Yeah, so my my civic summer went off to a different start, I guess, than I expected. My project changed almost immediately. So I was gonna be doing resume cover letter development for people who are incarcerated, but my boss had beef with this organization I wanted to work with, and so I was like, can't do work with them. And so I kind of ended up transitioning into more of a fundraising / grant applicant role. But overall, I had a great summer. It was an emotional roller coaster, but I ended up interning for the Evidence Exoneration Project, or TEEP, where people who were incarcerated would write to us, maintaining their innocence, and we would appeal for exoneration on their behalf. And so I was fortunate enough to work for attorney Demetrius Evans, who is really cool. She's the one I look up to as a mentor. I still keep in touch with her today. She's one of the top attorneys in the state, has a lot of cases beneath her belt. For me, it was really cool just working with someone who looked like me, but also someone who was just vested in my success and my overall legal interest. But where summer got off to a rocky start was mainly housing, and I had no clue where I was going. When I set off to Westchester, Illinois, I moved into Lewis University originally, which is in Romeoville, Illinois. But it turned out to be an hour daily commute just to get to work, and I was that was not really cool. So I called my mom. I was what do I do? And then she was move to a hotel for a week. And so I moved to a hotel for a week just to figure out what plan I had moving forward. So then I tried to contact Elmhurst University, which was impossible. Then I get a response for a week, and so I was kind of panicking, and I had no finalized living arrangement for a while. But this series of unfortunate events kind of led to me getting bamboozled by this Airbnb situation, and yeah, it kind of put me in a week-long depression. But hey, when you're at the bottom, there's only up from there. So I had to work two really cool cases, meet some really cool people. This is Roosevelt Miles, and so usually we have a confidentiality kind of thing with these. But his case is one of the more public ones, but he's been in prison for 20 years now as someone who was framed for murder, and evidence has come saying that he did not commit the murder. So his documentary coming out about him soon. The next is Aaron Patterson, which was the case I worked on most, over the summer, which I'd love to talk about more. I only have 20 seconds though, I'm sorry. So Aaron Patterson was one of the people coerced into confessing for a crime that he didn't commit by Chicago Police Chief John Burge. And he was put on death row, and my boss eventually got him off back in her early days as an attorney. But he ended up back in jail again, so we had just take care of his affairs for the rest of the summer. My project changed a lot in that I was mainly doing a lot of stuff I just did not feel qualified for at all. I became more of a social educator in a way, in that I would be going to the schools with my boss, teaching people about criminal justice reform, and just about my experience working with TEEP as well. So that was cool. Those were some fourth graders back there. And then I guess these presentations would take place in two different parts. We'd have a criminal justice reform part, but then we'd also have a part about entrepreneurship and how to run a nonprofit. And so although I was doing these grant applications and learning more about exoneration myself, I would also be learning about this business stuff that I had no clue about anything about. So I guess that was kind of interesting too. But I also, some of you might have seen the Instagram account that we had during the summer. I'm thankful for those that followed and give me some pity likes. But yeah, this is what we call them TEEP talks, where we just explain our daily activities from what we've been doing at TEEP, and just give updates to our 100 followers, a super robust following. But I felt kind of lesser whole in that way. It was weird. But here's another fundraising activity we had to do. We were making an escape room, which I just did not know how to do. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think many people know how to do an escape room, but this is when me and the other 3 interns kind of planning it. And so just imagine 4 people just who have no clue what they're doing at all, just getting together in a room to make a giant game of Clue. And so that was pretty stressful for some parts. And I wish I'd known how to do that before I applied for the job. Maybe if I could be incorporated into the civic class curriculum for next year, that'd be great. But yeah, I think just having the Instagram, those kind of pictures to look back on is really cool for me and my other interns, because we got to look back at the stuff we did over the summer just because there's so much material. And I think these little TEEP talks also established some form of camaraderie between us too, because we'd go upstairs and be oh my god, I did a TEEP talk, that kind of thing. And so some of those were not as happy as we might have put on for the videos, but it was still really cool. Made some really cool friends and great connections. This last one, this is Senator Kimberly Lightford, second from left. So she was the one in charge of the Access to Justice campaign, which is the one that will essentially be exonerating or expunging people's records who have marijuana convictions, which is up to 700,000 plus people, I want to say. But she wanted us to be looped in on this, to be representing people pro bono to appeal their cases. So that was towards the end of the summer. It was great. I had a blast this summer overall. It's about just a bunch of skills I did not even know that I needed, I guess. And yeah, I chose this project because it's really important to me. Criminal justice reform is what I want to do with my life, and it's also something that directly impacts my family too. So if anything, this also solidified my choice to go to law school. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's been love. My name's Kirk.